Hello, good morning to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever your time may be, good morning, afternoon, and evening. I hope this message meets you well. I trust you're doing well and you're waxing strong in the Lord. Glory, glory, glory. I'm so happy to be here this early. Actually, it's 4:30 a.m. where I am, and the Lord just laid this message in my heart, and I was just like, okay, let me just quickly you know share it. It is about Job, right? We know the predicament that befell Job, everything he went through, and you know living from being this wealthy priest, this influential person, well to do, his family, grown kids, like he was already settled, okay, to now one day everything just falling apart, and then he doesn't know what to do anymore. Everything in one day, his kids, his businesses, his everything went down. And a lot of people had a lot of things to say about that. His friends, his families, like his country, his city, everybody who heard about him certainly had something to say about him, because first of all he was influential. And one thing with influential people is that when something happens to them, that news flies very fast. Okay, so I was actually reading a book of Psalms when the Lord just kind of uh, just showed me something in this in, in the book of Job chapter 42 from verse 7. And many people had a lot of things to say, including even his friends. This is where it is in time of trouble where you know the heart of those who surround you. You know the heart of those who are around you. People that smile with you, and curse in their heart. They smile, they have these smiley faces, and they speak, their mouth speaks all these nice things, but in their hearts they are using daggers on you, and this period in Job's life exposed the hearts of those that were around him. And in verse 7 of Job 42, the Lord, it says, after the Lord had said these things to Job, he said to Eliphaz the Temanite, I am angry with you and your two friends, because you have not spoken the truth about me, as my servant Job has. Okay? Said, God is rebuking them, that you've not spoken the truth about me. What truth? I'm sure these were his co-priest. These were his servants. These were people that he worked with. And when these things happened, they turned against him. They weren't even coming to encourage him with the words of God or something. They began telling him, "Oh, Job, all the evil you did, everything you did has now been exposed. You cannot hide away from God. You were taking money from the fatherless. You were doing this and that. You were doing that and this. You cannot claim to have been serving God, and all these things are befalling you." And all of that, they had a lot. I mean, they had a mouthful, right? They had a lot to say. A lot. A lot to say to Job. Why things were the way they were. This just comes to show that what they didn't understand. They were serving God, but did not understand what they were doing. They thought God is like a Father Christmas, a Santa Claus that is just there to come give gift. God is just there for the good days. When it turns bad, it means you've been doing something bad. You've been doing living in secret sins. You've been sleeping around. You've been like, we just have a lot of people who call themselves children of God and are around the things of God, but they don't understand the workings and the dealings of God. And this is really something sad. And for most of us that have been going through training, most of those that the Lord has called into ministry and has been training them. There are a lot of people that have gone through terrible things, gone through terrible things, living in poverty and hardship, and the Lord is still there telling you things, living in health challenges. Nothing, for some people, nothing is working, relationships not working, nothing is working. Nothing at all. But guess what? You still come and say the Lord said. And they're like, if the Lord said, so the Lord, you see mean that you're serving God? Why are you pretending? Why are you pretending to be what you are not? If God was with you, things will not be like this. They call you all sort of names. You're bitter, you're angry. Why are you behaving like this? Stop deceiving yourself and all whatnot. Exactly like like uh exactly like Job's friends. When the time for trouble came, they quickly exposed the contents of their hearts. Proof that they were envious of Job. They quickly exposed the contents of their heart. And the Lord said, if you had nothing good to say, you should have just been preaching my word. The Lord was angry with them. Say, you've not spoken my truth, the truth of my word, as Job did. Job, in the midst of that, he refused to say anything bad about God. He refused to call God names. He refused to make God out to look wicked and look bad. No, he refused. Even when his wife came and said, you know what, dear husband, just curse God and die. And Job was like, who is this foolish woman talking? Okay, and today the Lord is telling us that if you've gone through this, people hating on you, people calling you names, people, the Lord is saying just pray for them. Pray for them. All right? Pray for them. Don't dwell on what they did or didn't do. Just pray for them. Praise God. Just pray for them. They thought as because things were not happening to them, it meant God's approval. Because they were still standing and it meant God's approval. But they didn't know that it was God's faith and God's dedication to the things of God that made God to say, okay, devil, try him. Try him. These ones, had it been God tried one or any of them, they wouldn't have been able to stand the test of time. And God was so confident in Job that he said, you know what, devil, try him. That is my masterpiece. Try him. And to those of you that have gone through that whatsoever, okay, we know that God doesn't tempt anyone. But when the devil comes tempting, God will use that for his glory. And the Lord is saying, pray for them. Don't dwell on their stupidity. Don't dwell on their own weaknesses. Don't dwell on